All right, click save. What's up, guys? Got a couple viewers anyway. Fannin, you suck. All right, let's go ahead and start with transparent yellow here. It's going to be the mid part of the body. This is what I'm after. Got to do a couple more of these, so. It's funny, Dave, because it's funny that you know who they are, so you must have liked them at one point or at least played their music. All right, so there's the mid stripe. Pretty straightforward. I'm streaming and there's people watching, including Dave. Just so you know. Hey, babes. What are you doing? You ready for bed? She's like, no. I just gave her a bath and now she's going to be wide awake all night.
So you can watch her.
Yay. Is it really watching her? She's my own kid.
Whatever. Don't listen.
Don't what?
Don't listen.
Hey, your bruise is smaller now.
If you're eligible for Medicaid and have any long-term health care needs,
Might have grown up with MTV, but you didn't change the channel, apparently.
you may be eligible to join for free.
What's up? What?
I'm like, oh, it's not going to get
It's on my camera.
Like, Dad, don't you want to look at this? Dad.
Yes. Let's see. Orange. Are you watching? You can't have it. It's mine.
Essentially, you can't have this.
Oh no. Oh. Beep beep.
Just keep it going.
You can't have it. Ow. Can I have a kiss?
You're supposed to try it.
Good. And I shaved my neck.
Beep, beep. You see what she said?
Beep beep.
Do beep, beep. Just beep, beep.
I got spray. Give me a kiss. No, nothing. Okay. So I'm just adding orange to the bottom half now. Transparent orange made by Creative Pets. so there's the orange. Wraps all the way around on the belly and everything. Next is the green. The top half is green. I'm going to run a transparent green. I got to clean up my airbrush first. You guys get to see all the stuff that you've never seen before, all the work that it takes, all the time spent cleaning paint on the brush. It's annoying, but gotta do it. Y'all need to sign into create a YouTube account so you can comment in the chat room that's open. Now, I suspect that this might be a little boring for you guys, and I understand that. All right. Next color is transparent green. Goes across the top half. Direct link. So there's the top green. Just got to get inside this joint. So these first three colors are just base colors. There's going to be colors going on top of them to make them darker, give them depth, give them depth, make it more realistic. All right. So what we have to do here is get a piece of this here shower loofah that I just dropped on the camera. Just cut a small piece off. So I got my piece here. I like to use the white ones. Therefore, whatever color I'm spraying, it shows up better. Of course, shower loofahs come in many colors. So if you ever get into this kind of stuff, make sure you buy the white ones. So all I do here is put the loofah over it. Got some alligator clips. So there's the shower loofah over top of it. Now what you do here is whatever colors you spray on top of this, the base colors that were already on it previous to putting the loofah on it is what's going to show through. So my first color is going to be a darker green on top of this light green. And I am going to use Detailed Moss Green by Wicked Colors. It's not working for you? It's working for other people. Dave's watching. It's just probably because you don't have the YouTube app. Why don't you have the YouTube app? I'll download the app real quick. Uh-oh. What? Oh.
This girl bit me when you turned it on. Ooh, look at that nice wedding ring.
Work?
Oh, did you hear what I said?
Yes.
I'm going to bed.
Did you get the app? You're not doing it?
I have my hands full. I'm going to bed.
You are?
Yes.
All right. I love you.
She went to sleep too.
Good night.
Love you.
Love you.
I was scared when I found out I had HIV. Accepting my status took some time. But the more I opened up, the more I learned from others who've been there. They've helped me realize my story doesn't.
True, Dave. True. No, she can't be down here with the baby while I'm painting. I don't allow it. I don't want the baby breathing this stuff in. Okay, so I added a darker green on top. You'll be able to tell once I take the scale pattern off, but I'm going to do a couple more things real quick. First thing being, going to take some transparent black here. What I'm going to do is lightly coat over the top of the whole scale, and it's gonna show up. It's not gonna be black. It's gonna make the scale pattern stand out. I'm just gonna go ahead and add the stripes. Now, whenever you do stripes, you don't want them to be dark because you don't want those to be the focal point. You kind of just want them to look natural. So you just do a light dusting. Then you get the stripes on it. Stripes on the other side. All right, let's see what's next. Gonna add a scale pattern on the bottom orange. All right, so what I gotta do here now, I'm gonna take this loofah off and flip it around. Actually, flip the whole thing upside down. Get to see the scale pattern real quick. So that's what you get when you do what I just said. Now what I'm going to do is taking the loofah. This right here. Gonna flip this baby upside down. Put a paper towel on it so I don't scratch the paint job that I already did. That'd be a shame. So all I'm doing here is stretching this back out real quick. I'm gonna spray a darker orange on top of the orange I already have there. Just on the belly though. I just want a little scale pattern on the belly. It's a little much. You don't want for too far. Doesn't look like hexagons. All right, that looks good to me. So now I'm going to spray another color by Wicked. It's called Detail Burnt Umber, Burnt Orange. Same thing. Oh shit. Let's see. This is one of my favorite colors. This same color I use for the crawdad, which I'll be doing next. Probably live stream that one too. Alright. I should take care of all the scale pattern I want to do on this one. All right. So there's the darker orange. As you can see, the lighter orange that was on it before I sprayed with the scale pattern on is showing through. and the tail is still a lighter orange. So I'm going to go back through, since I still have it in my brush, and darken that up. Just doing a little fading, that's all. Looks good to me. My music is the best. As a matter of fact, I'm about to play some corn for you. How about that one? No, really, though. I do want to listen to something else. Alright, that's a pain in the butt color to get out of there. Alright, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors so far. 5 different colors I've had to use so far. I'm going on my 6th right here. This is a pain in the butt pattern to do. Putting some white in real quick. And all I'm using this for is to go over the gill plate where I'm going to add the blue. I want just going over it with the white, so when I do go over it with the blue stands out really good. So you can see where it's already white, but it's got overspray and stuff on it, so just going to touch it up, that's all. heat set that real quick. You're saying Rage is better than System? I don't know, man. I think System of the Down is better than Rage, but they're both good bands, in my opinion. Now what I'm going to do is just look for any spots that I might have messed up at. Which everything looks pretty much okay. Just have to go back and touch up some, I got to go back and touch up the edge here. Let me see if I can get that in there. The edge where these two joints swing back and forth. The paint's coming off, obviously. So I just have to touch that up. That'll be the very last thing I do, so it doesn't happen again. All right. No, that's not weird, Dave. I've got my pants off as well. You just can't see. I got my shirt on so you guys think I'm fully clothed. All right.
Out on the town or in for the night, AT&T helps keep everyone right Share every minute of it. Buy one water-resistant Samsung Galaxy S7 and get one free. And right now, get up to $650 in credits per month to help you switch to
No way. Okay, so what I should be doing, no, not what I should be doing, what I would be doing is I'd be adding this blue to the gill, but I did that first last time. And for some reason, this blue is really glossy or something, so if I touch it, like my fingerprints stick into it and it messes everything up. So I'm going to do this absolutely last. What I'm going to do now is get this yellow back out real quick and a couple spots to touch up. let's see here. That should be pretty good. Now I'm gonna clean this paint out real quick and then add that blue. That's I want whoever's still here to go to the Facebook post, whichever one you joined from. I posted it on a couple pages. And let me know who you are that's watching, please. All right, so now to this color I just absolutely hate working with. It's just a weird color. Not weird as in, it's just weird to work with. You want PSI way down. If you overspray this color, it just ruins the whole bait. So I got my PSI way down so I don't overspray it. But you can't go too low because then it won't come out of your airbrush right. It'll come out like speckles. So I got mine at about 12 PSI. I can't set that back down on the napkin or anything, or the impressions from the paper towel will sink right into that paint. Like I was saying, that transparent blue is just super weird. It's the only one that does that weird stuff. All my other paints are not like that. I'm not saying that it's a bad paint or anything, it's just different. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and clean this blue out. Don't forget to click back over that Facebook link that you clicked on and let me know who's watching. If you're from my fishing page, I'm going to send something out to you. Couple more people that just joined in. Sit tight right now. I just finished painting the swim bait. I'm gonna clean out my brush so it's ready to go for the next one. Gonna be doing a crawdad next. So what I'm doing to clean out my brush in between colors is I just got a thing of water here. Since it's water-based paint, it cleans it out for the most part. There's always still going to be some in there, but It cleans it out enough for me to go back through and spray a new color without it mixing up with each other and interfering with what color I'm trying to spray. All right, so since I'm going in between baits, I'm going to be spraying a new bait next. I'm actually going to use some airbrush cleaner. Just going to spray it in there. I'm going to let that sit, and that will eat away at any paint that's still in there. I'll let that sit until I'm ready to do my next one. Go ahead. What I'm going to do now is bring that bait back down. I sign all my baits, so that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. It's got a paint marker here. You can get these from Walmart for, I don't know, a couple bucks. They don't last too long. Kind of hard to sign small stuff with, but it works. So it's an opaque paint marker too, so it works out real well. I got some other markers too, some Sharpies I bought. They don't really work too well for some reason. They come out like transparent. It doesn't work too well. So I stick to those opaque markers from Walmart. You can get some more expensive ones from like Hobby Lobby and Michaels and stuff, but why pay the extra when that one works fine? All right, so what I gotta do now is pick out some eyes for this. This looks like 5 millimeter. So there's different size eyes on different baits. I'm pretty sure this is a 5 millimeter. 5 millimeter. I only have 4 colors. Actually, I have 5. I have purple now too, but I think I'm gonna go with this gold. Yellowish gold with black. Pretty simple. All of my 3D eyes have adhesive on the back of them, so you just kind of got to get it in place. And what I like to do is I like to take a Q-tip, press down on it. Don't like to use my finger because it can leave a fingerprint on it. It doesn't look too cool. So there's the bluegill fish swim bait. Pretty much done for the most part. All that's left is to throw over a clear coat, an epoxy clear coat. I'm not going to do that right now. Probably going to do that tomorrow. What I am going to do is start my next bait. So I'm going to put this one up to dry. Sometimes I let the baits dry overnight so the paint just cures even more. Sometimes I'll epoxy it right away. It doesn't make too much of a difference. It's just when you epoxy it right away, you have a greater chance of pulling some of the paint off. That's all. It doesn't happen too often, but it can happen. So this is the next one. crawfish. I've already got the white base coat on it. What happens when I get them is they all come, let's see. I gotta turn this over here. I have a whole bin over here with different kind of baits in it. These are my crawdad baits. So they come transparent clear. Then if I don't want to paint the bill, then I got to take the bill off and get a white base coat on it. You always want to put a nice, probably 3 or 4 layers of a white base coat on it, just so your colors stick better and show through more. Unless you're going to do a transparent bait, then obviously you're not going to put a white base coat on it. This is one I've already done. You might have seen the pictures online. So I'm going to do the exact same color and a burnt orange on top, a fluorescent orange on the tip of the craw, on the tail, and I put some on the lip. So that's what it would look like if you don't white base coat it. It's going to look like that instead of like that bright orange. It's the exact same orange. It's just see-through transparency. The bottom is yellow, so I'm going to be doing the exact same coloration on this one. Before I get started, though, I do have to run to the bathroom and grab a drink. So if you guys want to sit here and hang out for a minute, I'll be right back. If not, I understand. Thanks for tuning in anyways. Pretty cool. I'm going to start doing this a lot more. If you guys have a YouTube channel, go subscribe to my channel. You can get the updates of when I'm going to live stream right from YouTube. Get sent to your phone or whatever. Jump on and check it out. Anyway, gonna go get a drink. I'll be right back. If you haven't yet, go back to the Facebook link that you clicked on to get here and let me know who you are and who's watching. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Obviously, you can see me. So this is what I'm working with right now. Bear with me while I move this camera so you can see. So this is the swim bait I just did. Got a couple more ready to go and do a different paint job on them. These are for my friend Jeremy Brown. Want some stick baits. So those are about done. Actually, they're done being painted. They're just curing. Epoxy those soon. Got another one over here. This one's a special one. I don't know who's watching, so I'm just gonna explain it. This here is a Bagley small fry bait. If you don't know what this is, then I'm sorry. No, they don't have lips on them, and obviously this one does. It's taped off. It's a square bill actually. A guy customized this, and I bought it off him. And why it looks the way it does is this is the crackle pattern. If you guys pay attention to my page at all or my lures, I have a crackle pattern that I do, and this is how it starts off. It starts off with a black base coat. Then I put the crackle on it, and then I spray over it with the white, and it separates and hence makes all the cracks. But this is a one-of-a-kind bait because it has a square bill built into it, modified into it, so it's pretty cool. I'm going to be painting this one here shortly too. Still trying to come up with a color scheme for it. I think I have a good one. I already did one of these. It's got a bigger square bill on it. I actually put on an online auction and somebody bid on it and won it. Wait to send it out. Here that is. Go ahead and take it out real quick. So this is a Bagley small fry bait. It's balsa wood. And then that's a crackle pattern that I did on it. Pretty cool. Square bill. It's nice. I spent some money on these blanks. $5 each, which is way more than anything I've ever bought. So, but it's somebody else's art as well. So it's his art and my art put together. So it was worth it. Anyway, let me turn on some music here and we'll get to this crawdad. What's up, Adam? Oh boy, getting tired, getting old. All right. Crawdad. These baits are pretty cool. I like them. Going to be using my exact knife as a handle for this. It's just easier to paint this way. Allows me to paint it without actually touching it. Get this cleaning solution on my gun. Let's get my colors already. All right, so the main color is detailed burnt orange. It's a wicked color. I got you, Adam. So this is the main brown dark color. It's a really nice color too. I love it. So there's the first layer of the detailed burnt orange. It doesn't really look how it should look, but once I dry this in and I put a couple more layers on it, you really go, well. And this color, to me, it looks exactly like the color of a crawdad. So there's the second layer. You can see it's already starting to become that crawdad color. Now, normally when you're spraying baits, the general rule is to start with your lightest color and work up to your darkest color of the bait. But I'm doing this one backwards because I can. That's the only thing bad about this color is the tip dry that you get on your needle inside your gun. It's about the only color that does it to me. So every once in a while, you got to take off your needle guard and you clean your needle with your fingernails. That's all. Just to get it spraying normal again. So there's what is that, the third coat? Um, in my camera, it looks a little more reddish than what it actually is. But you get the idea of doing the layers. It darkens it right up. Okay, so gonna clean this color out of my airbrush and get ready for the next color. Okay. Adam, Saturday, probably. I don't like to stay out that long because I don't like getting up that early, as you know. So, you know, I'm thinking, just fish for a few hours. I mean, we'll see how it goes if we get something or not. But I'm thinking 2, 3, 4 hours at the most. So at that rate, we'd be back around. We'll be leaving there around 9, 10ish. I'm not sure how long my friend plans on staying, but I'm not staying all that long. All right, I think that's pretty well clean enough. So the next color I'm going to spray real quick is this transparent yellow. Transparent yellow goes on the underside on the belly, and that's colored by Create Text. You always want to shake your colors up before you use them, especially if you haven't painted in a while, which I paint almost every day, if not every other day. So my paint usually gets shooken up pretty good. All right, so this is just going to be on the midsection. I'm going to come up to this hole, then back to the middle of the tail. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to be putting this bright orange on the tips. So this is only going in the midsection. Go ahead and take this off just to get it out of my way. The good thing about transparent colors too, especially if you have a darker color that you already sprayed, you don't really have to be too careful about overspraying it because it's transparent. So the color that you sprayed previously or the color that you're spraying over is still going to show through. So what I'm saying is this yellow is not going to mess up that orange at all. So I can be a little bit more relaxed with spraying this color. And that's why I spray the darker color first. The water should still be cold, Adam. Somewhat anyway. I mean, we did have a mild winter, so it can be as cold as it can be for the winter that we had. I was up there about a week and a half ago. I threw a few lines. I didn't see anything or get anything, but it was nice to get out. All right, so there's the yellow on the bottom. Go ahead and put this back in. Get this yellow cleaned out of my brush. Don't call me white. I don't think I've ever been up to farmland. I'm not really sure where you're talking about because I've never been there. But there will be fish where we're going. It's just a matter of catching them. We go up every year at the same time. I didn't make it out last year because I was sick, but they stock it anywhere between last week and this week, so it's going to be freshly stocked. Trout should be running, so we should get into something, or at least one of us should. I'm going to be taking my fly rod, so. I usually go up there spinning, but that's always because I never fly. But since you've taught me, might as well fly, right? All right. So the next color is just oops, I didn't want to do that. Shoot. So the next color is this new color I got. I love it already. It's a fluorescent orange, but it's called a Sunburst. It's by Createx. And I've had fluorescent colors for a while, but this was the closest to orange I got. You can see the difference. It's more like of a reddish. But I just found this one online. Had to order it. It's an amazing color. I love this color as well. A couple layers of this, and it's just super bright. So I'm doing it on the tail, the back of the tail, and the tips of the crawdad here, which would be the claws itself if it was a real live crayfish. Now with the fluorescent colors, you have to do thin layers where it doesn't look right. It doesn't come out right. So that's the first layer right there. But watch over the next 2 or 3 layers. It just gets super bright. All right, Adam. I'll catch up with you, buddy. So there's the second layer of it. You can see it's starting to brighten up now. Was that the third layer there? That's not as bright as I want it yet, so I'm just gonna keep putting it on until it's to where I like it, which is probably gonna be 1 or 2 more layers. Once you get the first couple layers done, you can put it on just a little bit more thicker. So there's that. I have to add another drop because I'm gonna do one more. This is a really good color, especially for bass. So I'm not gonna be shy here. All right, so I don't know. It's 4 or 5 layers of that bright orange, and it's where I want it now. It's just the same color that's in the bottle now, so that's perfect for me. What I'm going to be doing next is going to be taking the tape off, and like on this other one, I'm going to add a couple highlights around the bill. So give me a second here. Take this tape off, turn on a different song. I want to hear some Deftones. I don't know who's left. I only got one viewer left. Not that I had many. I think I only had 3 at the most. But thanks for sticking around. I hope that you're enjoying yourself and learning something if that's what you came for. Going to be doing this more often. I just randomly thought about it tonight. I was like, hey, I thought I could stream on Facebook, but I couldn't figure it out. So I just did it through YouTube. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to be doing it more often, hopefully build up an audience and whatever. Anyway, let's get to this.
What's going on here?
If you have a YouTube channel, you can go subscribe to my channel and get the notifications of when I'm going to be going live, streaming live, which is probably going to be every time that I paint now, to be honest. And mine as well. You can go subscribe to my channel, subscribe to yours, whatever, and that way you can even chat to me in the chat box. The people that were chatting to me were texting me. Anyway, so you got the bill on tape now, and let me see if I can get this in the camera shot. I don't know. What you saw, tail here. It's squared off from the tape. All I'm gonna do here is take a hollow Q-tip and cut it at an angle, so I get a sharp edge, and I can go around and this extra paint that I have here, I can scrape it off very carefully so it looks perfectly round. Otherwise, it has sharp edges to it from the taping job that I did. That's it. And on this side, if you wanted to, you could bring the sharp line edge down. It's not that bad. I don't mind it. All right, so now I'm just gonna take and add some orange to the belt here. Now I noticed this, that other one that I already did was the first one that I've ever done, spraying paint onto clear plastic. So I didn't know what to expect, and it takes quite a few layers to build it up to how I wanted it. Also, when you're spraying onto straight plastic like this and not a white base coat, the paint tends to spread more because it doesn't have anything to adhere to. I mean, it does. Obviously, it has the plastic, but it doesn't have the paint underneath it to adhere to it better. So you just got to be careful, more careful than what you would be spraying a normal white base coat. So you just get some on there, like that, dry it up real quick. So I do that a few times. Now, in theory, you want to try to get this color the same color that you sprayed on your tail, or you sprayed on your bait, or wherever you did spray it. In this case, I sprayed it on the tail and the claws. So that's the color I'm trying to get. Not to mention you got to spray the underside too. Go back to the top here. It's really important to have bright lights in your space that you're working in. I didn't say expensive light, I said bright lights. I got mine from Walmart in the lighting section. I don't know, I think $10 or something. It plugs into a normal outlet. So just got that to about where I want it. So there, after about, I don't know how many coats that was, I wasn't counting, 4 or 5. It's about the same as the white base coat. It looks pretty good to me. I'm satisfied with it. What's next is I'm going to clean that orange out just so I'm always ready for the next color. All right. Airbrush cleaner in there while it's sitting. So what's next is to add the black lines. As you see on this bait, it's got the black lines to create the shell pattern. And the good thing about this bait is is that the lines are already there. It's imprinted in the mold itself, so it's nice. So what I do is take my pen marker, the same marker that I signed the baits with, and I use that to just follow the lines. The first one I did, it's a little tricky. Got a little messy, a little bit. Hopefully this one comes out a little bit better. I'm going to try doing one half at a time. The way I did that one is I tried to follow it all the way around the bait. I'm just going to try to do one half at a time now. See how that works. I feel like I want to hold it too. Yeah. Point this camera down a little bit. Paint's not going too low. Come out of the tip. I feel like it's working better. So there's half of it done. Okay. So there's the half of it done. See if I can do this other side as well. Just as good, I mean. I'm going to dry that up real quick. Just don't want to touch it and have it mess it up. See, that's what. All right, so this one turned out a little bit better. Actually, I'm not gonna say a lot better, but it turned out better by doing half at a time. There's a little weld mark. I forget what kind of welding they did. Anyway, it's a certain welding of plastic where the two half of the bodies meet each other, and you got to weld it. So inside of these groove lines, there's that halfway line bumps up. So when I was doing it on the previous one, you know, going from one side all the way to the other, I'd hit that middle bump and it would send the pen all which ways and made it a little messy. This one turned out better. There are groove lines on the bottom too, right here, but I'm not gonna highlight those. I'm satisfied with the way it looks there. Of course, if you wanted to, you could always highlight these groove lines as well. I don't see no reason to. You could highlight the difference between the orange and the dark brown here to make claw outlines. You know, you could do stuff like that. I'm not going to. I'm satisfied with the way it is. I signed it and everything, so. Only thing that's left is I'm gonna color in these eyes. Actually, I'm gonna use a Q-tip. See how that works. Just gonna pull out some opaque black paint, which is the same kind of paint that's in that paint marker. Throw a little right here on my desktop. You just gotta be careful when you're doing this. You grab a new Q-tip that I haven't used yet and dip it in. Crawdad bait, those the eye bumps. You gotta paint them in yourself. You can't use 3D eyes. So Q-tip, black paint. You slightly press. And you get a pretty good circle out of it. As long as you don't press down too far and make the circle go bigger than what the eye is meant to be. Like that. I gotta go back and make the other one a little bit bigger. That's the only pain in the butt about this kind. Oh, that's perfect. That looks good. I'll make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's good. Dry that up and voila. You got your eyes on the crawdad now. So this is all done with the painting stage. The only stage that's left is the epoxy clear coat, and on this one I put glitter in it to get these small black marks. You can see all that glitter in there. It's a little bit more spread out than what I normally want on this bait, so I'll do this bait a little bit better. But yeah, it's a pretty nifty little bait. I enjoy them. There's a major retail company that does these. I forget who it is. I want to say Rebel, that has this exact body. Maybe Rebel, I don't know. It's one of the bigger fishing companies. But these, I have to order these from, I think it was Hong Kong, so it takes like, it's stuff that comes from Hong Kong to our states it took like I don't know 4 or 5 weeks to get over here, and that sucks because you can't. I only ordered 6. It was that's what they were selling them as, a 6-pack. So I only ordered 1 pack to try them out. So when they got here, I was really impressed with them, really pleased. So I'll be ordering more. It's just I should probably do that soon since they take so long. But anyway, that's that. Hang it up here. Tomorrow, we'll be doing the clear coating on those. I'll paint a couple more and then clear coat them all. Get them ready to go. What's up, new viewer? Oh, he left already. He left already. They're back. So that's that. Oh boy. All I'm going to do here is I'm just going to I'm going to clean out my airbrush for the night and shut stuff down, get ready to go to bed. I guess I'll show you how I break down my airbrush and clean it out for the night. All right, so to break down your airbrush at the end of the night, you keep it attached to the compressor. The way I do it is I take my cap off my water bottle. I fill that up with a actual airbrush cleaning solution. This kind is from Comart, or I should say Medea Comart, same thing, same company. So this is the actual cleaning solution for it, made just for your airbrush. And I also use that for in between hard colors. But if I'm going from a dark color back to a light color, I'll use that instead of the water. Well, I'll use the water first and then I'll use that afterwards. Also, I have a airbrush cleaner by Createx. They both work really good. It seems like the one from Comart is a little bit more like soapy-ish. I don't know what ingredient makes it do that, but yeah. But I used the Createx as well. That's what my water bottle is an old airbrush cleaner. Anyway, so I fill up a cap with airbrush. I get my wrench that came with the airbrush itself. Take off the nozzle. Now, I usually don't clean this unless I had some sort of accident and got paint into it, which tonight I didn't. So anyway, so I take off the nozzle itself and I put that right into the cleaning solution so that has some soaking time. And I loosen up the chuck and pull out your needle. You want to be careful. This is the most important part of your airbrush and one of the most expensive. Actually, they both are. So I just put that down. Get some new Q-tips. Hang this up. Some unused Q-tips. Dip it in clean solution and get in there and just clean that out. It's a lot easier with the needle out of it, and you can get all that excess you couldn't get when the needle was in there. go around your cleaning bowl, clean that out. You can see that orange and yellowish. All right, now, if you have an airbrush, you should have pipe cleaners. I'm not talking about the pipe cleaners that you'd use in school for arts and crafts. I'm talking about these pipe cleaners. You can get them off Amazon or eBay, fairly cheap, $2-3. Clean on the inside there. The good thing about this set here is there's 5 different sizes, so it fits in every spot in the airbrush that you need to fit into. So that's it for the brush itself. You can take your Q-tip and get in there as much as you can. You can go around your threads if you want to. It all depends on how much you sprayed and if you made a mess or not. I'm just gonna go inside the tip here itself. I see there's nothing even in there. All right, I'm gonna do the needle now. Let's get a new Q-tip, and I do half the needle at a time. Believe it or not, paint does get all the way to the end of the needle. It's not just on the tip. It's all the way on the end as well, as you can see. Flip it over to the front side. Now you got to be careful up top here. You just don't want to use too much pressure and bend your tip or drop the needle, anything like that. It's very important that you have a straight needle. If you don't have a straight needle when you're spraying your paint, the paint's going to come out. It's going to hit that bent tip, and it's just going to splatter all over the place. So it's very important to take needle, especially for a nice air gun like I have. I want a HPCS, and I want a Eclipse HPCS, standard workhorse airbrush. Ooh, no bueno. Anyway, it's very important to take care of your needle. It's very important to take care of your whole airbrush, but your needle's pretty important. All right, so I'm gonna clean out my nozzle here, and I have I don't like that one. That's why it's up there. I have old needles from old airbrushes. This Eclipse isn't my first one that I've had. I've had a Neo Headmaster airbrushes I started out with that I didn't use very long. Do not bother buying them. They're cheaply made and horrible. Anyway, so I take the pipe cleaner on the inside of the nozzle. You gotta be careful doing this. You don't want to push into to the very tip there. If you push into that tip and you bend that tip out, it's called an umbrella. If you do that, then your needle's not going to fit in there right, and there's going to be a gap in between your nozzle and your needle, and paint's not going to flow right. It's going to flow extra. More paint's going to come out than what should, and you're not going to get a proper spray. So be careful not to bend your tip here. Anyway, so I have old needles that I keep handy instead of using the one that actually goes in here. So I'll take an old needle and I'll get in there and just lightly scrape around the needle tip, the nozzle tip. Make sure there's no paint. anything in there. Drop that back in there and just shake that around. From using Q-tips to clean out your airbrush in between colors, sometimes you'll get the fiber buildup from the Q-tips, and it'll get stuck inside your nozzle, and you'll have to take your airbrush apart and get that out. It's another good reason to always have spare needles. If you bent one or whatever, just keep it and don't throw it away. You can get those fibers from the Q-tip stuck in all this, just like I was saying. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Time to put this baby back together. So you just slowly slide your needle back in backwards. Carefully put your nozzle on. Slide it to where it's supposed to be. Tighten your chuck down. So everything's where it's supposed to be. Put your nozzle guard back on carefully so you don't hit the needle. Don't bend everything. Take your wrench, tighten that back down. Don't over tighten this. It's just got to be snug. If you have a good airbrush, there's going to be an O-ring there that you don't have to down really tight. So don't do all that. Dump that stuff out. And then what I do is I get a little bit more cleaner, put it into my airbrush. Oops. Get one more Q-tip for the night. Just make sure I got this bowl cleaned out really good. Spray that out. Now, if you want to, you can take a paper towel. Instead of spraying that into your bowl or whatever you're using, you can spray the paper towel. Use a little bit more, just to show you for an example. Spray your paper towel, turn your air compressor off, disconnect your line. Always disconnect your line and let all the air out of your air compressor. There's a release valve on all of them. So anyways, so you sprayed down that napkin. You're just going to take that napkin and clean up your airbrush if you want to. Don't have to. It's better to take care of your stuff though, right? So that's that. That's how you clean your airbrush. That's how you break it down for the night. I keep my box over here. So at the end of the night, I just put my box back in here. What is that from? I must have sprayed it over. So I can clean it, whatever. So anyway, so I leave this behind my compressor and store my airbrush for the night, and then I know where it's at every time I come in the paint. Clean up your workstation a little bit. I throw my paper towels out for the night. Start with new ones tomorrow. Maybe I come back down. Gotta change this paper out. Probably do that tomorrow as well. Anyway, that's how you paint a bluegill swimbait and a crawdad. Tomorrow I'll stream live to show you guys how I finish a bait, epoxy it. I'll take you step by step through that, and I'll show you guys all about that tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around, one viewer, whoever you are. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hopefully you learned something. I'll see you next time. Take care.